here on YouTube as well as Instagram. So, welcome, Instagram followers, welcome, YouTube followers, and everyone who's going to watch on the replay. On Sunday evening, I went to watch the Barbie movies with my two daughters. They are age 12 and 14 years old. And we had booked our ticket days in advance because I felt really excited about watching it. I thought, no, it looks like fun. It looks like a really great parody, lots of colors, like a lot of marketing around it. I love Margot Robbie and I love all her outfits that she, showed around. So there was a lot of fuss around it. So I thought, I'm often wondering what to go to watch at the movies with my daughters. So this looks like a right fit. And they both told me, oh, mom, we had planned to go with friends, but if you really want to go with us, then yeah, I guess we might go. And we got some of the last tickets, so we're really close to the screen, a little bit to the right. And oh my God, we arrived half an hour early and it was packed. There was massive queues, and of course, we needed the popcorn. So we were really happy that for once we were early. And the crowd was really cheerful. There were all of these people dressed up, in pink and more or less extravagant, mostly women, but also so many men, wearing pink or not. And we were just loving, queuing and watching everything. We did not dress up for the occasion. The weather was horrendous in Wellington, and it was kind of my excuse. But I also don't really own anything pink, and I didn't think, oh, yeah, I'm going to invest in a pink outfit just to go watch a movie. But I was standing there with my daughters, great jumpers and beanies and so on. I was like, oh, I kind of wish we had dressed up in a way because it would have been fun. Anyway, I just want to mention that before watching the Barbie movie, I had already read online in certain posts and comments from people that I follow, both on Instagram and Facebook, um, messages about how bad that was and so on. And I'm going to go into that a little bit later. But basically, I already was like, okay, let's see what really this is about. And I'm just gonna go there and have completely neutral opinion and just see how much I enjoy it and see what it brings up into myself. So like really from a place of observing my human witnessing that movie. And oh my God, I laugh so hard. Like, honestly, and when you know that you are laughing, you know that it's not something that it is forced or that it is bad. It's just like a good, heartfelt laugh. And the whole room was laughing with me. My daughters, usually super embarrassed, they were like, "Ooh, ooh, ooh." They also really wanted to laugh out loud, only they did not. I did. And we had a great time. We had a great time, and literally the movie. So, like, spoiler alert: if you want to go watch the movie, maybe don't listen to this. But also, I'm not going to give you all the plots because basically, it's like it happens in a dreamland. It's a fantasy, right? It's a fantasy. We're in a parallel reality. The world of Barbies and Kens are real, and all of these things happen in that world, and then the two worlds cross, and so on. So it was obvious from the first few minutes with also, like the reference to Stanley Kubrick with ta ta ta, and then you got like the thing coming, and it's just like from the beginning, it's obvious that this movie is meant to be a parody. It's meant to be fun, but also as the movie evolved, it's very very feminist movie. It is very much like all about girl power and so on. But as I was observing the character, it was very much like the Kens. Yes, the Kens, like, like stupid ass guys, only interested in their looks. They have no brain. They are victims, and they are mean, and they are dumb and stupid and so on. But even if the Barbies were portrayed as like, they are dominating the world and it's all about them and so on, they are portrayed as being like still vain and just about the looks and just like, kind of like stupid as well. So even if they are in power in Barbie land, I felt like actually like the comic about mocking both men and women were kind of equal, to be honest. For me, that's what I perceived. And so I just laughed because in many places I could recognize myself. In some places I could recognize some men I had known or I still know in the past. I could recognize some, like vilified cultural society traits. I could recognize, like all of these things. But then, it's just like, and so what? It's just like, yep, this is happening. And then I read all of these things online. My God, guys, really? Do you really have to take every freaking single thing and put it under the filter of a fucking goddamn conspiracy theory that is here to destroy the world? Are we powerless and so much anchored into our victimhood that we are going to actually make it a reality that the Barbie movie is going to destroy sacred masculinity? When I was reading, I was like, for goodness sake, if there is a guy that watches the Barbie movie and that is triggered because he thinks that the Kens are representing men or are trying to represent men, and that therefore men are portrayed in a way where they are weak and stupid and ridiculous and mean and so on. And so they feel really triggered by that. Is like you are literally identifying as a Ken or being triggered by a Barbie doll. It's like where's your alignment to your the truth of your own divinity? If someone makes a lot of fun about me, I'm gonna be like, not nice. But none of that is true. I know myself. I know I'm kind. I know I'm sweet. I know I get fired up with issues like this at times every now and then. But I know myself enough. So whatever people say about me and so on, is just like it's their own freaking projection. It is the same thing. A man who's truly anchored into his divine masculine will not be triggered by the Kens, for goodness sake. It's a it's a silly movie. And all these women that posted there, because it's mostly coming from women, these posts, which I find quite interesting, because they are creating the reality that they are vilifying or that they say that the movie is creating. So they are saying this, like, people, oh, poor guys, they really are not like that. Divine masculine men are not like that. So when we do that as a woman, what are we doing? We're going there to protect the poor men who are being vilified. Boo boo. It's like, for goodness sake, the guy is a freaking powerful warrior. Do you really think that he needs you to defend him? Like, no, he can defend himself if he's offended. Thank you very much. And so the women or the men that are going to try to defend the divine masculine are actually placing masculinity in a role of a victim, which is weakness. So it is literally perpetuating the projections. None of that is real, for goodness sake. When I talked about that to my daughters, they looked at me and you know what they said? They were like, really? You millennials. You have to make big thing out of nothing. It's a movie. As if men were like that. Of course, And so in this post, there's also this big conversation about, oh, what is it doing to the next generation? How are they going to perceive the men? Next generation is doing great. Next generation did not fucked up the earth and contribute to patriarchy. Let's make it very clear. My daughter's generation, they are switched on as fuck. They can really see the difference between a Ken and their dad and their friend at school and their school teacher, that are none of them are even into like spiritual things of embodying the divine masculine. Just like good regular guys that live their life, and that just are not literally triggered by a Ken. So the kids are fine. So it's like, where's the freaking problem? Oh, conspiracy theory of this is like the order and all of these people that really trying to destroy divine masculine and divine feminine. Again, this angle of perception is a projection. Is this the truth of your own divinity that knows that both men, both women, and also people that are non binary, that deserve love and acceptance and unity consciousness and all the things as everyone else? All freaking human beings deserve the same acceptance because we are freaking in this together. So, do you really think that it is helping, anchoring the one unified field by making us believe that we are so weak that they can brainwash us, do that to us in a freaking Barbie parody? Where, by the way, yes, it's very strong feminist message. If you don't like it, that is your story. For me, I perceive that we are still in the process of healing deep trauma in humanity, trauma around rape culture, around like all the things that happen into vilifying other people, may it be because of the color of their skin, of their religion, their cultural background, what they wear, how much money they have. We still live in a world where people are going to find all excuses to separate people that are different because they don't know the difference. They don't know how to open their heart to say, okay, let's accept. Because they're human beings, they can express the truth of their divinity how the fuck they want. This is being in the one unified field. This is also feeling the fire of anger that comes when we say this is not okay. I don't often talk about these subjects, about being all inclusive. There is a lot going on out there, and that is enough. That it is not helping. Do you really think that after so much racism, which is still happening, discriminations on all level, we need to add some more? Can't we just have a freaking good laugh? Go and see a movie, relax, eat the popcorn, and say, I don't live in that world, but you know what? Some of the messages that are brought in that movie are they freaking make sense. Because we live in a society which is still healing from all of these traumas. Most women identifying as women, born with the genes and all the things of the gender women, we have grown up in a world, and we still do, and others still do. Most women on this planet have experienced some form of sexual trauma, discrimination based on their gender, and also like the disparity in wages. Feminism is still needed. A movie like that is still needed. So when I witness my 12 and 14-year-old going in a movie like that, when they have this rant about not being enough for anyone else and needed to stand in the truth of their own self and wanting to have a voice, I'm like, thank God. I wish I would have had movies like that that had real conversation instead of the clueless movie that we watched as we were young, which was kept on brainwashing us. And these are like, oh yes, daddy, I want the money, daddy. Give me the money, daddy. Here we have the opportunity to have real deep conversation with our daughters and sons about what it means to be accepting, what equality means for everyone. This movie is giving us that. To me, this is how I perceive it. And when my daughters watch a movie like that, and they know that it's still part of their role to fight for women's rights, I'm like, we still have a way to go because we think we're doing great. Yes, thank you, mother, grandmother, great grandmother, for doing the work of, you know, helping us be who we can today, who we are today. But there is still a long way to go. And it's not only for women, it is also for non binary people that are vilified in so many ways just because they freaking want to express who they are the way they fucking want. It is the same for people who still experience racism, xenophobia, just because how they were born with such a body, such skin color. So there are so many people on this planet that still need to fight just to exist. And this should not be a political debate. We should not discriminate and say you are wrong for wanting to have equality, for wanting to be seen, for wanting to be heard, for wanting to be appreciated, for wanting to embody your freedom. I praise every single human being on this planet that accepts deep in their heart that they might not understand someone else because that person has a different gender, that person has a different skin color, that person has a different religion. And we might not feel that we can be close friends, that we have much in common, but still we can observe and say, you're free to do as you want. And in exchange, I expect to live my life as a free divine being because we were born free. This is a fact. So, freedom is a fact. So, expressing any kind of soul expression from God is okay. It is okay. So, to all the people that are really triggered by this movie, that's fantastic. That is great. Go deeper. Please don't place yourself as a victim. Nothing, nothing can break us down. Nothing can break a man down. Nothing can break a woman down if we don't allow it to happen. People that have endured the worst trauma on this planet sometimes rise up and become spoke people. Sorry for my English. They basically start speaking about their trauma. They say, this is not taking me down. I'm not going to be a victim of that person or that system. I'm just going to speak up, speak up, speak up. These people are the ones that change the world. These people are the leaders of the new earth, not the ones that are going to watch a freaking Barbie movie or even, oh, I'm not going to even watch it because I know what it's all about. And ooh, boo hoo, poor man, damaging their divine masculinity. Can you be more of a bore? Can you be more of a victim than that? Stop being a victim, for goodness sake. And some being placing others as victims. I don't place any of the men in my life, spiritual or non-spiritual, in a Ken category. If they go in a Ken category sometimes because they moan about their life, and so what? I also do at times. I also sometimes want to look like a pretty Barbie because I want to feel sexy in my body. Doesn't make me shallow or stupid or ridiculous. This is really a message that comes because these themes have been building up as new ways of separation template. Remember the core foundation of Abraham Hicks' teachings. Your beliefs create your reality. So if you believe that the bad people in control of societies and so on, bad reptilian star race, if you believe that have infiltrated everything, that pretty much everything that comes out, you cannot enjoy music any longer, you cannot enjoy movies any longer, you cannot enjoy spending money any longer, you cannot enjoy living in a city any longer because of the 5G, because of all the subliminal messages and so on, you have missed the mark that we came to Earth to live as free being, experiencing joy. And as we live as free being, experiencing joy, then we grow, then we evolve. We are not here to hide because we are scared. We are powerful beyond measure. It doesn't freaking matter what some people might be doing in the background to enslave us. Do you think I'm enslaved? I don't see myself as enslaved. Yes, I'm not this, or that. I don't have wings yet. I still pay my bills. I still, complain about my skin every now and then and the things, but I live as freely as I can, not allowing myself to be broken down by anything that's around me. I love dancing. I'm gonna go to the Taylor Swift concert with my daughters because fuck yeah, they got tickets. I didn't because their friend's mom got tickets. So they're gonna go there. But I will be outside with all the Swifties, dressed as a Swiftie, knowing all the lyrics. Because it is fun. It feels so freaking good for my human. I love the Barbie movie. And I want to go back and dress up as a Barbie and watch it. Because you know what? We have so many little occasions. We have so many little occasions at times. So why do we need to vilify everything and to bring everything down? We can enjoy and not be enslaved. Because joy is vibration here, enslavement is vibration there. So I appreciate all of that physical life is giving me, all of it. The movies, the music, the food, the body, love making, nice clothes, beautiful sunset, a city, technology, iPhones, iMac, all the things. When I can enjoy that, what happens? My vibrations are very high. I vibrate in very high level of frequencies. When I vibrate in very high level of frequencies, I live in the one unified field. When I live in the one unified field, I'm in communion with my heart. I'm communion with my soul. I'm in communion with God. I'm communion with my purpose. So I can serve humanity in the ascension process, which is what I'm doing all the time. Always coming with messages of unity consciousness. We are one already. I am a divine angel of the light. You are a divine angel of the light. All templates of separations that are placed in your field are there to help you remember the truth of your own divinity. So don't allow anything, a movie, a song, other people, some post on Instagram and Facebook. Don't allow anything and or anyone make you believe that you are a victim. Make you believe that something is really wrong with our lives and this is a doomed society where our poor children are going to live in a horrible destroyed earth. No, our kids are fine. Our kids were born for this moment. Our kids are more switched on than we will ever be. Our kids, they've got this. So you've got this. This I'm sharing with you today because the conversation always needs to go deeper to happen from the one unified field. Every time we want to separate someone, every time we want to make another person demonic, we are not aligned to the truth of our divinity. It is as simple as that. We are not. Because we are a fractal of source consciousness. So we are God. God is everything. So even the people, the movie, the things that you boo hoo, they are you. They are your own fractal reflection frequencies because your soul is so multidimensional that it's stretched over eons of times. Eons of times. There is no such thing as time and space reality, even. So literally what we witness outside of ourselves is the macrocosm that is a reflection of our microcosm. So be very careful about what you vilify because you also perpetuate self-hatred as you do that. This is law. This is quantum law. We are quantum beings. What is inside of ourselves is outside of ourselves. This is very simple. So every time you bring separation templates and place them upon others, you are doing that to your own self and it feels bad. Why do we feel bad when these things are stirred up? Because we are not aligned. So our emotional guidance system is ringing alarm bells and says, you are not aligned. You are not speaking the truth of the divine. You are speaking some wounds, some traumas, some projections. Do the inner work. Go back there. Free beings experience joy. Thank you, Goddess Alchemy, my temple, for that. Thank you for bringing this up. Yes, free beings experience joy. I also realize when I went to watch this Barbie movie and when I listened to Lady Gaga and I sing out loud and so on, that there's this huge movement in the spiritual community where we are vilified for even listening, for even watching, for even enjoying that. I listen to Lady Gaga. I like fashion. I'm happy because 5G, I can upload my thing very fast. And we feel like hiding. We cannot even be free to experience what the fuck we want to experience. No, I say no to that. I have removed from my life people that were telling me that I was not allowed or that it was bad to do that because, it's part of the bad people. It's like, you don't belong in my life, literally. I want to be surrounded by people that freaking love reality because I was born to love it. It's hard enough like this, yes? So if on top of that we cannot even enjoy what life is bringing to us, it's like we get depressed. And I say this with a smile, but it sucks. We get fucking depressed and angry as and lost and victim. We don't radiate the truth of our divinity. We're not free. We're not joyful. We are not abundant. We don't manifest our dreams and desires. And now we are here to experience that because now is the ascension process. This is the golden age happening. So when you want to activate more of soul alignment, always look everywhere where you place separation templates, okay? Do the inner work. Look, why am I thinking like this? Do I really need to discriminate? Do I really need to judge? Do I really think that others are doing this to me? I am that weak, and are men that weak that they need protecting? No, they're not. They're not. Men are not weak. Women are not weak. None of us are weak. So none of us really need to go into that. Okay? That was my rant for today. I don't often get fiery like this, but I had enough. Literally, I was like, I need to share this aspect of truth that is flowing through me. And so thank you very much for watching. Continue watching. I love going live and it's going to happen more often. So continue watching. Also, guys, Lionsgate portal going to be freaking next level. Huge, huge frequency of ascension happening right now through this Lionsgate portal. We're going to share more about the dynamics of the Lionsgate portal and the dynamics of the ascension process from moving to actually from trauma consciousness into reconciliation and unity consciousness. How is that even possible? How can we do that? The Syrian Star Nation went through that themselves. I was there, experienced that, and now I've been reconnected with these memories and I can channel that easily. So we will be channeling the Syrian Star Nation, which we are going to express and give us very practical ways that we personally can rise up to the occasion to actually lead the way of anchoring the unified field, unity consciousness in a world that has been and still is deeply traumatized. I would love to invite you to join me, as well as the Syrian Star Nation, which includes the White Lions, Syrian Star Races, as well as the Great Isis, Hathor, White Buffalo Woman, and Green Tara, and many more. There is the one day event. We will go deep into deconstructing the actual architecture of the ascension process happening. What is happening right now? What can we expect? But also, if you want more and to know your own connection with the Syrian Star Nation, and most people actually have connection with Syrian Star Nation when they come in my field. So if you're listening to this, you probably have a connection with Syrian Star Nation. We will go into. I would like to invite you to join the 4-day immersive retreat. So we for 4 days we meet up for 2 hours each. So first day with everyone, and the third 3 days are to connect you with the white lions, receive messages from white lions so they can be like really strong ally in your field. The other day, we're going to connect with ancient civilizations that were founded and created with the help of the Syrian Star Nation, such as Mesopotamia, ancient Egypt, and so many more. And on the third day, we will connect you with amazing ascended masters of the light, such as Isis, Hathor, White Buffalo Woman, and Green Tara. Some of them, even all of them, that you might have known already in other lives. This is going to reactivate huge remembrance in terms of soul blueprint. You are going to be able to open up all of these dormant memories that is present within your crystalline divine genome as well as your oversoul network. You will be able to more consciously receive and co-create with white lions, ascended masters, and ancient civilizations template in this reality. These quantum journeys are potent. If any of you watching has experienced quantum journeys with me before, you know what it's like. You can even say in the comments if some of you are here. It's next level because you can literally feel your body vibrating. You feel your body vibrating, you can feel emotions rise, you can see these things, you can hear these things, because what happens is that we open a portals for you, but you are also plugged into my system. So you benefit from my open consciousness. You benefit from my psychic abilities, my abilities to channel and so on, because yours is going to expand because of the quantum law of resonance. I have activated this in me. You come into my field to receive from me. Therefore, you are mirroring back. You are receiving through this mirroring FN is attraction what is already in you, because you are already highly psychic, already a channel. You just don't know how to do that because you have never learned. So I'm here, I'm teaching that. I also have a school of channeling called Iria, which is for enrollment now. So I would be very, very happy to see you for the Lionsgate portal. You can go on my website, sandrines.com, save your seat now. I also only have two spaces only for VIPs. With the VIPs, we do all the things one-on-one, and we go super deep into creating your unique connection with the Syrian Star Nation. And I can share more about the things that I perceive and see about you through channeling messages from your soul and your high council of light. So you can see and feel how excited I am. To me, the Lionsgate portal is always the most potent galactic event of the year. This is when I received a huge chunk of the body of work that I channel about unity consciousness and that I share through fractal reflection theory and everything that I share. I always receive many upgrades, all levels, financially, for my purpose, and so on. So it is happening, and I want to hear all of this abundantly, freely, and joyfully. Thank you very much for watching here on Instagram and YouTube. And I will see you soon, hopefully for the Lionsgate portal. Bye now. Bye.